Hello, everybody. It's Yoli Medina, and today I'm going to go over the motion to compel disclosures or complete disclosures that was filed by the defense in the Bryan Kohberger case. So it's sort of a strange one here. So I guess on December 18th, and I'll go to there. On December 18th, there's a highlighted part, the state disclosed 25 experts, and apparently only 5 of those experts included actual reports. And then it says, notably, not a single DNA expert opinion or report was produced. Instead, the state's disclosures refer to Bates numbered pages and say, this disclosure is provided as an aid. It does not encompass all findings, impressions, conclusions, or materials related to this expert's involvement in this case. It further does not in any way limit the scope of the expert's testimony. Further, this expert may testify about findings, impressions, and/or conclusions that he or she drew from the work of other experts who previously examined or handled the evidence in question. Well, this doesn't say much. I don't know what I don't know. It basically doesn't say much of anything. So the second thing is that we don't have the actual list of experts that were disclosed by the prosecution. So I don't know who they are, and nobody knows. And the disclosures, the prosecution's disclosures, they're not attached in any exhibit, but that is public. But there is a footnote on page 2, and let's go to page 2. That says, Mr. Kohberger is filing an Exhibit A under seal containing the specific issues with the disclosures. Courtesy copies will be provided via email to opposing counsel and court staff on the date of this motion and hand-delivered to the court on 1/2/25. Okay, so we don't know what the specific issues are with the disclosures other than what is contained in this motion, which is not much. So typically, if there are issues with expert disclosures, the parties try to work it out amongst themselves, meaning there's a meet and confer effort. In this case, the defense would either call or write to the prosecution and ask them about their disclosures and see if you can clarify and make them more specific. And if the prosecution agrees to modify their disclosures, then no harm, no foul. But in this case, we don't know if that was done or if that's even required, because I know in California that's what's required. You meet and confer. So I don't know if that was done or if it was required to do. So we have this motion. And when you disclose experts, you have to disclose the expert's qualifications, a report, if a report is completed. And if a report isn't completed, then you have to provide a summary of what they're going to testify to and the basis for that testimony. So based on this motion to compel, what we know is that there are 25 experts, and at least 3 digital forensic experts are disclosed, with lists of 67 electronic devices or third-party databases examined. Not a single report of what the 3 experts will opine related to any specific device or data is disclosed. So we know that, but we don't know exactly what these experts are going to say about the 67 electronic devices or third-party databases. What they're going to say about that, we don't know. And so it's very hard. Now, the other thing we know is that there's at least a DNA expert, but a report wasn't produced, and an expert opinion or a summary of what they're going to opine about was not produced. And instead, they have that vague statement that I read earlier. So really, this says nothing to me. I mean, it means nothing. So this motion to compel, it's not a complete picture of what other specific issues the defense has regarding the expert disclosures by the prosecution. And that's one of the problems with this case, with trying to follow this case from a legal standpoint or an evidentiary standpoint, because we're only getting a portion of the entire story. We're not getting the whole story. So reading this is just like, okay, why even file this? Why not file it under seal then? I mean, because what they're giving us is just a vague, I mean, I guess she wants the public, the defense wants the public to know about part of the deficiencies with the state's disclosures, but really, it's not a complete picture. And so why the prosecution's disclosures, expert disclosures, would not be privy to the public is beyond me. I don't know. I don't know why the disclosures are not made public. I mean, I don't know why the specific issues are under seal. I can guess that it's because a lot of the evidence is under seal and possibly the issues involve evidence. That's the only thing I can think of. But to put this out, it's just very vague. And I don't, I can't even like understand how, based on just this motion, how the court's going to decide the issue, because it's just not complete. So I'm looking forward to the hearing on this motion. I don't know if it's going to be public, but based on there being sealed exhibits, I doubt this hearing is going to be public. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how the judge rules. I'm also interested to see if the if the prosecution takes this remedies their disclosures, if they try to be more specific, so that this motion doesn't have to be heard. But it seems like, based on footnote 1, footnote 1, it says, Mr. Kohberger does not include here a motion to strike the death penalty for failure to properly disclose experts. Without proper disclosure, that motion is forthcoming. So if the prosecution doesn't remedy their expert disclosure, then if the court sanctions the prosecution, then we'll see what the sanction will be. It could be to strike the death penalty. So this is all very interesting, and I'm just not sure how. I've never seen a case like this where only part of the information is public, because it just really causes people to speculate about what these experts are going to testify about, what information they have, and it just makes it very hard to follow. So that's the best. Those are my best thoughts on this motion. Those are my thoughts on this, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Thanks. Bye.